I greet you in Jesus' precious name. I want to speak to you today about the process. You see, the Christian walk is not living for the end time, it's now. Okay? The process of our learning is about what the Christian walk is all about. It's not about aiming to the end. When we get to the end, then we'll be qualified. No, we do it as we go. Let's just go to Mark chapter 6 and from verse 45. Immediately Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while he sent the multitude away. And when he had sent them away, he departed to the mountain to pray. Now when the evening had come and the boat was in the middle of the sea, and he was alone on the land, then he saw the disciples straining at rowing, for the wind was against them. If you've been to the Sea of Galilee, there's mountains all the way around. I can imagine Jesus praying to his Father, looking down and seeing that his brothers were in a storm, a big storm, in the middle of the lake. And at about the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea, and would have passed them by, but they saw him walking on the sea, and they supposed that he was a ghost. And they cried out, for they all saw him and were troubled. And immediately he talked with them and said to them, "Be of good cheer, don't be afraid, it is I." And then he went up into the boat to them, and the wind ceased, and they were greatly amazed in themselves, beyond measure. And they marveled, for they had not understood about the loaves, because their heart was hardened. That was the loaves of bread that the Lord had given them. The Christian walk is a process, my dear friend. It's not a one-off. God's training is for now and not for the future. Okay? It's the process and not the end result that is glorifying to God. We've got to start living for the moment. We've got to start living for now. Folks, we mustn't keep looking to the end. I want to give you an illustration. I come from Zambia, and I come from a mining town on the copper belt. And those are some of the hardest working men I've ever seen in my life. They live down those mines, just like in Johannesburg. And you know, these men would live all year just to go for those 3 weeks holiday down to Durban to be by the sea. They would get their massive check, their bonus, because they were breaking rock and it was a dangerous job underground. Take their money, buy a new motor car, take the kids and the wife, and off they went for 3 weeks. And as soon as they got back, they started planning for the next year for their 3 weeks. They were losing their whole lives. And that's how they lived. We don't have to live like that. We must start living for the now. As I'm talking to you now, I am enjoying myself being with you. This is my dream. This is what I've wanted to do, and God's given me the permission to do it and given me the opportunity. Don't keep living for tomorrow. You know, tomorrow, we don't know whether we've got tomorrow. Yesterday is already gone. This is the moment that we live for. Those disciples were living for Jesus, and they were living their dream every day. They were in that boat going across to the other side of the lake. Here comes the master walking on the water, a miracle. Okay? And then the storm ceased, another miracle. I want to tell you that there's miracles happening around you every day of the week. Don't wish your lives away. Young people, you want to get married one day, but live for the moment. Who knows? Maybe Jesus will come tomorrow. And people are watching you, and your greatest witness is your day-to-day living. I read an article once said you don't need to have faith for the big moments. Okay? When you see the fire coming down, you don't need faith. The sheer adrenaline keeps you going. You need faith to get up in the morning, go to work through the day and the next day. Remember, live for the moment. Until next time, God bless you and goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.